time, guys. Anthony K, everybody. Holy crap. Holy freaking crap. All right, so we have next the lovely Renata. You ready? You ready? Bring it on. Oh my God. That was a great set because my girl's right here. So yeah, the biggest dick for laughing like an asshole right there. So you guys ready? You guys? All right, let's give it up for them. Come on.
How y'all doing tonight? Hey? Really proud to be your final circus monkey. Courtesy of Mr. Alpha Chimp over there, Tom Higgins. The only place I really feel like a chimp is at work. I work at Taco Bell, and you know, when I tell people that on stage, they laugh like I'm joking. But then then they see me on the bus in my pathetic little hat and the little bump on top of my head, and all the light falls from their eyes, and they realize how sad it really is. But I mean, we had these French people come in the other day, and the thing is, French people don't trust American poultry. So, I mean, I don't blame them. It comes prepared to the restaurant. I don't know if it's soaked in the blood of, like, a Samoan family seasoned in their carcass blood. Like, I have absolutely no idea. So, I mean, it makes sense. And so they order a bunch of vegetable shit. And so I have to clean up their mess afterwards. And so I'm going and I'm taking the little... We have to use industrial-grade air freshener at Taco Bell to clean up the disgusting piles of shit just that end up in the middle of the bathroom that I have to clean before. And so I take the industrial grade air freshener and I go into the bathroom, and this French lady who has some broken English is walking up to the door, and she just looks she slows down, and I realize too late that she has no idea that there are 2 stalls in the bathroom. So she gives me this look of absolute horror, because she thinks I'm trying to follow her in the bathroom. But you know what the weird part is? She was gonna let me. What kind of weird shit is going on in France? Culture. Oh, I have weird experiences with culture because my family is just sporadically but violently Catholic, and so I had to have them lend me some money, which is always a happy moment. And I went home the other night, and it turns out something was shipped to their house. And my mother opens the door very slowly, and she says, "Come here, come here." So she leads me into the kitchen, and she gives me this very concerned look. I'm like, "What happened?" And she whips out an anthropological dissertation on paganism, and she says, "What is this?" And it is called "Never Again the Burning Times Paganism Revived." And I'm like, "It's a textbook." She says, "Well, good, because we were about to burn it and whip out the Vatican holy water." Which is a thing we actually have. There's the other thing I don't understand is men with uncircumcised penises who get them circumcised later in life. I actually have a friend who did that around the age of 16. And, see, he said that he was discovering some things about himself, and it was a time of exploration for those of the earthworm variety. And, so he goes to the doctor and he says, I'm repulsed by my penis. And so, you know, it's like, okay, it gets it some up. And so I said, well, tell me, as someone who has been circumcised, how do you like the difference? How is sex? Is it better? And he says, you know what? I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. So I never had sex before I was circumcised. And I said, so let me get this straight. You weren't thinking about getting it in, but you were worried about your cock looking pretty. I really need to stop being biased with men, because I feel like I have a bit more of a maybe connection to their culture, which is really stupid. And it's because I realized a while back that I'm legitimately bisexual. And I mean, that took a while to figure out. Now all those years of watching lesbian porn make sense. And I don't want to bring a girl home to my mother. I don't want to open that can. They might burn her and then coat her with the Vatican water. Just get the tub out. But no, another reason is because I'm mortified of marriage. I was actually proposed to on the street the other day. I think it was at the bus station. It was an elderly old man on some insane concoction of drugs. He even had the bag with him right there, and I think it was the $5 glasses and the ass stank from Taco Bell that really honed him in. Oh, but I'm terrified because in my age group right now, everyone is getting married. This is it right now, and I'm hearing the worst reasons for it too. Like there was a guy who literally, he was a good friend of mine, went off to the military. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna marry this girl. I'm gonna propose." And I said, "Why? Why would you do that?" And he says, "I know that if I go off to the military and don't propose, she's gonna sleep with someone else." Great girl, great catch. No, I'm mortified. And more than anything, I'm worried about childbearing. I mean, childbearing. I mean, my parents fucked me up enough, and maybe not sufficiently. I mean, I got enough daddy issues, but I mean, essentially, I saw this girl on the bus the other day, and she had her little child, and he was screaming, and he wouldn't calm down, and she was getting really upset. And that's I think the mark of a person who had a child when she wasn't ready, who doesn't know how to soothe a baby in the right way. She kind of was just holding it out here, looking at it like, "I just fed you." And she actually said at one point, "I'm gonna kick your fucking ass if you don't stop being retarded." I said, but then I thought, how romantic. That's probably how the baby daddy proposed. Can I see the pictures? Oh. Oh, you can, chat amongst yourselves. Nothing to see here. A friend of mine just asked me the other day if I would like to spend Valentine's Day in Disneyland, and I'm actually a Hispanic. I'm a citizen in Mexico, and I'm not a citizen here yet. So a little reasoning for those of you that haven't been in the bubble of Disney your entire lives. I said to her, Disneyland on Valentine's Day sounds like the absolute worst fucking time that I can possibly imagine. I'd rather gauge my eyes out. And so, and I feel, in that type of situation, you kind of feel obligated to have sex. And yeah, I'm kind of done because I dated a guy a while back who I guess I call them hype boys, because they're all hype and no actual game. And so I'm things are going with this guy, and we get to his house, and we get into it. We start getting into it, and he goes towards my neck and stops and just bites down as hard as he can and doesn't let go for a solid 20 seconds. And so things happen, and I go into the bathroom, and I realize that there is a brutal bruise on my neck. And so this guy comes up behind me and puts his hands on my shoulders and just looks at it like his mark of honor. So proud of himself. And so I'm done with that sort of thing. But the thing about being raised in a Hispanic culture, essentially, girls are taught to super glue their legs together. For men, it's mating season year-round, any age group. And so what I get a lot is men my father's age who come and talk to me during work. It's like, "Hey, how you doing, beautiful?" And I try to, play them off, and they're like, hey, you like to smoke weed?" This is a man my father's age. And so I play along, and I give a conversation. One day I got sick of it. And so this guy's trying to get me going, and I said, "Oh, yeah, I'll totally go smoke a blunt at Conchitos." And so then, after the whole conversation ended, I turned around and said, "Hey, Daddy, can you take me home afterwards?" in my best I'm your daughter voice. And he just immediately, that look of I am losing my erection for a straight week in his eyes. Now for you all, I have a very special presentation. There was a young man you saw earlier, and he had an adventure with a female the other day, and he's a little too nervous to tell you about it, so I'm going to be his communicator through you. So I'm going to need some help for this. Come on up. Come on up.
You other motherfuckers suck. Sure. That could have been terribly.
It's totally not the guy playing the drums.
Yeah. Never gave you that idea.
This song is called Freaky Deaky.
Turn your AirPod.
The girl that I knew said I had never spoken to, but I swear there was no doubt in my mind. She was one of a kind.
Sorry, forgot the All right, Tom Sweeter, one damn thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us thank the purveyor of the late after series comedy night, Mr. Tom Higgins!
Tom Sweeter, everybody. Well, this is a first. I will say that. I'm going to let these guys jam a little bit, but for right now, we are concluding the first premiere of After Hours. Holy shit. And thank you guys for all being here. It's going to be a great year. We're working on through it. Thank you so much. Have a word with all of the guys, everybody, and the lady. And yeah, you made this. So have a great night, okay?